Hi, this is Paul Walker again, poet, philosopher, leadership consultant, father, husband. So, a lot of roles in life. And I'm going to read you a quote from a famous mountain climber, Hutchinson Murphy. And he climbed 5 of the Himalayan peaks. And he had a quote about it, which was once attributed to Goethe. Maybe it was Goethe, maybe it was him. But at any rate, I think it's important. Because we're all climbing mountains, whether we're climbing out of poverty, like my family did, or we're climbing out of a deep depression or a disappointment, or we're climbing to support and help our family grow and become happy. In one way or another, we are all climbing mountains. And so I want to read this quote. You may have heard it before, but it's from a mountain climber who knows this challenge of climbing a Himalayan mountain. So here it is. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to pull back. Always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of initiative and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas. The moment that one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. The whole stream of events issue from the decision raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen events, meetings, and material assistance which no one could have dreamed would come our way. Whatever you do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius and power. Begin it now. How does this relate to my life? I was between jobs and I took a personal development course called LifeSpring, which they use Insight Learning. And I thought, if I had this technology when I was doing turnarounds of factories, it would have been so much better, so much more effective. And so I said to myself, I'm going to create a business process that uses this technology of Insight Learning. And I was committed to it, to consult in a whole different way. Well, one day I was at a Beyond War meeting and I got up and said my piece. And this woman comes up to me and says, "Have you heard of Sendelany Leadership?" And I said, "No." She says, "Well, they could use a consultant like you." And I said, "Well, great, introduce me." So she introduced me to one of the team members, and I interviewed with them. And they were doing exactly what I had dreamed and committed to create myself. They were doing what I knew would be the best way to work with leaders. Now, this woman didn't work for them, just knew somebody. And they hired me, and I spent 20 years helping people and teams. Our vision was to improve the performance of individuals and corporations. We did that for 20 years. We became known as the McKinsey of leadership. But the point is, I was committed. I'd never done any trainings. I'd never done these kind of things before that they were doing. But I was so committed. Providence brought them to me. And when I started interviewing, they hired me. They said, "Would you be willing to fly down to Cabo San Lucas and meet with our partners?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Glad to." So I flew down there, and they hired me. So we're all climbing. And it's really important as you climb out of poverty, as you climb out of some difficult situation in your life, that you're committed. Commitment and intention has power. Power beyond anything you can imagine. So get committed. Paint a picture, as I did, of what you want in your life. And there's no limit. Once you're committed, things move towards you. Because one of the reasons for that is that scientists, Bell had Bell's theorem, and another scientist proved it, that everything is connected. Everything is connected. They did experiments with electrons who spin in opposite directions. They separated those by distance, by distance, by distance. They changed the spin of one, and the other one, no matter how far away it was still connected and changed the spin. Now, there's pathways of connection through the universe. And your commitment, your picture of what you want, of what you feel, can travel along those pathways and attract events and people that will lead you there, that will help you get there. So whatever it is you want, whatever it is you dream, commit yourself and paint that picture, as I said in an earlier talk. Paint that picture in your mind, and it will come. Now, it was a lot of work. I had to learn how to lead seminars, which I'd never done before. But man, I was committed to do it. They were committed to helping me. My reputation, I was known as the feedback junkie. People said, well, if you work with Paul, you better get ready to give him feedback because he's going to want to improve whatever he did. So watch him carefully and be ready to give him feedback. And eventually, after following the feedback and with the support and help from the other consultants, I became a partner. We built the firm from maybe $2 million a year to $132 million. And we were known as a leader, as the McKinsey of leadership. And that journey will always be with me in my heart and in my soul. So look at your dreams and commit yourself. And if you have any questions, you can reach me at pauldavidwalker@geniusstone.com. I'm glad to help. Thank you.